Yo, welcome back everybody. I hope you guys are doing well as always. So yesterday I was scrolling through YouTube like I usually do, and I came across one of A Shark's new videos. In the video he was making a beat for Benji Bluebills, and it was sort of along the lines of like the futuristic glow type of sound, and it just reminded me of like the old beats that Uzi used to hop on, like that 2013 like Chief Keef type of glow beat. Uzi has definitely used that sound in his like past couple albums, especially in the last album with the song Mr. Chow. That to me is like the most like recent version of it that he's done, and that was kind of what I wanted to make for today's video. So without further ado, this is how to make futuristic glow beats for Lil Uzi. Alright, so for this first preset, we got the Watto Money string, and this is from the string sections in the Evolution one-shot kit by A Shark. So the pattern I laid down for this is that like typical just like stab rhythm that you hear in pretty much like every old futuristic glow beat. On that preset, we have an EQ to just cut some of the lows out. And then we also have this reverb to just add a little bit of space. Next, I layered this MIDI with another sound from the Evolution one-shot kit. And this is the Synthtoven. And it's basically just like a higher kind of string synth. On that one, we just have another EQ to cut the lows out. Next, I got a pad one shot from the same Evolution kit, and this is the Bible pad. For this MIDI, I just extended those stab notes to make full chords that just kind of last a little bit longer. It just kind of like fills up the background space. On that one, I have a portal preset from one of A Shark's Hammerhead portal banks, and I'm using the Pad Magic preset. And then I also just have this EQ to cut the lows out. Next, I added this low brass to just kind of accent the root notes of the MIDI. We're using another one shot from the Evolution kit, and this is the low brass spare change one shot. Next, I added this little short like brass stab to just kind of accent the beginning of the root notes. So now we're gonna get into where I think the more like futuristic glow side comes into place with all of like the crazy leads and the bells and stuff. So this first one, we just got a brass. I'm using another one shot from the Evolution kit. This is the Redemption brass. On that one, I just have a EQ to cut the lows out. And then I also got this reverb to just kind of give it some more space. Next, I added this higher brass. I'm using another one shot from the Evolution kit, and it's the Brass Flocka. Next, I added the classic like growler lead. This one's also from the Evolution kit, and it's the Growler 4K. And as you can see, that one only plays in the second half of the 8 bars. I did that just sort of as like kind of a leading up sequence to the end of the 8 bars. Next thing, we got my favorite part of the beat, which is this PW for President lead in Purity. And I just kind of drew up this like sort of plucky sort of lead pattern. This is again where you kind of really start to hear the futuristic glow aspect, where you get the more like digital sounds in there. Then the last 2 things I added were just a couple bell one shots. This one is just like a typical like tubular bell. You can find it in a ton of different kits. And then this other bell we got is just the classic Zay bell. Again, you can find this in a bunch of drum kits and one-shot kits. So that's it for the loop. I'll show you guys how it all sounds together. Alright, so moving on to the drums, I kept them pretty much in the fashion of like the Uzi stuff. So they're kind of sparse, not like too much going on. They just kind of hit hard and they just kind of accent the loop pretty well. So first up, we got this clap. It's from Trickster's Sacred Society drum kit. It's the Polestar clap. Then we got this hi-hat from one of A Shark's drum kits. It's the 60G hi-hat. Then we got this Escobar open hat from the Sacred Society drum kit again. Then I got another snare to accent the main one for like different parts of the beat. And this one's from the Sacred Society drum kit again, and it's the chop snare. So you can hear that one has like a lot more high-end ring to it, so it's a really good like accent snare. Then you can't have these beats without adding some sort of snare rolls. So I used a snare again from the Sacred Society drum kit, the Go-To Snare 1. And I laid down this pattern. Then we got another open hat, again from the Sacred Society kit, and it's the triangle open hat. And then to really tie into the sound, I added this crash that hits at the 1, 3, 5, and 7. And then finally for the 808, I'm using this Thumper 808 from the Sacred Society kit again. And all I did was just copy the root notes of the main MIDI. So yeah, that's it for the entire beat. As far as the arrangement goes, I kind of stuck more to like the Lil Uzi style of arranging, where you kind of have a lot of sparse drums kind of play at the beginning and it kind of builds up to like a bigger drop. So I have this initial part just playing the melody, and then I have this part drop with like the 808 and the claps and stuff, and then the hi-hats don't come in until this third section. So it just kind of like builds as the beat goes on. That's gonna do it for me for this one. I hope you guys like this beat. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, join my Discord as well, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.